Good day, grade 12s. Welcome to the Economic Geography Lesson 2 with KHUMALO M, the Geography Sangoma. Grade 12, today we are going to look at the contribution of the sectors to the South African economy. Now, as you can see, we are going to be looking at how these economic sectors that we talked about in lesson 1 contribute to the South African economy. With a quick recap, which sectors are we talking about? We're talking about the primary sector, which we said it deals with extraction of raw materials from the earth. We're talking about secondary sector that we said yesterday. It deals with manufacturing and processing. We talk about economic, which deals with retail, wholesale, and services. We talk about quaternary sector, which deals with advanced research. Now, the definitions that I want you to have in mind as you start this lesson is the GDP and the GNP. Remember, you have learned them in grade 11 under development. They are economic indicators. So as you are looking at economic indicators, now we are looking at what? The GDP and the GNP. Now, the GDP stands for gross domestic product. Now, GDP, it measures the value of all of goods and services produced within a country's borders by citizens and non-citizens for a period of 1 year. So it is a measure, it measures the value of what? The value of goods and services produced within a country's borders by citizens and non-citizens for a period of 1 year. So it includes those who are national citizens and those who are coming from outside South Africa. So that is gross domestic product. But now there, the value of all, I forgot to put all, that it must be all goods and services. Now, GNP stands for gross national product. It measures the value of goods and services produced by a country's citizens for a period of 1 year. Now, those citizens, it doesn't matter whether they are inside of the country and outside the country, but they must be having a national citizenship. So it's citizens of a country here. Then, now, I want us to look at now how these economic sectors contribute to the economy. Now, we say that the primary sector, it renders natural resources such as food, wood, minerals, raw materials to supply to the secondary sector. It ensures food security, it creates jobs, there is skill development, and it also contributes with exports which render foreign income. And then the secondary sector changes raw materials into useful, valuable products. The multiplier effects boost economy and other economic sectors. It contributes with employment and skills development. It boosts the infrastructural development. Remember, when we talk about infrastructure in geography, economic geography, we talk about roads, transport networks, and buildings. Then more valuable products bring in more revenue when they're exported. So now once these raw materials that are got there in the primary sector reaches here, they become more valuable products which will bring more revenue if they're exported. What is to export, grade 12, is to sell outside the countries, to sell beyond the country's borders. Then we've got the tertiary sector. How does it contribute to the economy? It is the major employer. It employs more people. As we know, many people are employed in services such as police, health care professionals, academic or educational professionals such as teachers. All those people, they will fall under the tertiary sector. Now, quaternary sector, how does it contribute to the economy. It supports other sectors by ensuring that there is communication and improved production and solving problems, employment and skills development. So now those sectors, they contribute to the economy. You may be asked how they contribute. Here is what you have to mention, grade 12. Then we go to, now here you can see the diagrams, the pie charts, which shows us how each sector contributes to the economy. You can see the provinces. Let me go to my next slide so that you can see better. Now, the contribution to the South African economy by value from 2019 to 2020. So you are going to be dealing with statistics here. You are going to be dealing with graphs here. So you must be able to interpret graphs, looking at the relationship between GDP and unemployment between 2010 to 2020. So you will have to look at things like that. Let me go to a clear picture. Now here we also look at how the primary sector, the secondary sector, and the tertiary sector contributes to the economy of South Africa. Now remember, I said we are dealing with agriculture and mining mostly in economic geography grade 12. So you will have to know how your maize in 2023 now, how your maize farms have contributed to agriculture, and how your platinum mining has contributed to agriculture in terms of percentages there. Here is another pie chart. So you must be able to interpret graphical presentations just like this, or statistical presentations just like this, the contribution of economic sectors in the GDP. Remember, what GDP? What is GDP? The gross domestic product. Now construction, you can see in 2014 it contributed with 5.1%, agriculture with 3.8%, industrial sector with 24.6%, financial 20.2%, hotels and restaurants 10.9%, transportation 13.3%, which is transportation, storage and telecoms. Now grade 12s, you will have to be able to identify each of these mentioned activities, whether they are primary, secondary, tertiary or quaternary. So you will have to classify which one falls on which sector. Then here it's interpreting statistics. You can get graphs like this, looking at personnel. Also here you have to identify like mining, that mining it's found on which sector, which is the primary sector, personal services, tertiary sector, finance, tertiary sector. So all these services have to be done what? To be classified, so that you can be able to interpret statistics like this. Then here it goes further also, grade 12, to classify. You're still working on your statistics there. Then Gauteng is South Africa's economic powerhouse. So as you go deep and deeper with your provinces, you are going to see that nationally the GDP contribution, the highest province that contributes a lot, it is Gauteng. So you must be able to understand and interpret what is happening in this pie chart. You can see this is the pie chart of GDP's contribution to the economy of South Africa. But now it is in provinces. You can have there your Northwest, your Free State, your Northern Cape, your Limpopo, your Mpumalanga, Eastern Cape, Western Cape, and KwaZulu-Natal. Now all these provinces are contributing to the nation's GDP. But now they can ask you which one contributed the least. Obviously will be the Northern Cape. So that is for 2017. So they can give you in terms of infographics, where you find your case study, your pie charts, your line diagram, your line graphs. So you must be able to work with that and interpret. We do this most in mathematics. Here we are bringing it in economic geography. Now, employment statistics per sector, you'll take a look at agriculture contributing with 3.2%. People working in mines, there's 18.1% of people working in mines. The secondary sector in manufacturing is 1.6, electricity is 2.6, construction is 0.8. We go to the tertiary sector, which contributed 4.6%, trade 6.2, transport 4.8, finance 7.4, government 0.9, personal services 1.7. So this is employment statistics per sector in South Africa. And then also it's still on employment. Now I want you to take a look at this one, grade 12. This one is very nice because now you look at now the percentage and the actual number of people that were employed under maintenance and repair of ICTs. So this is in what is in the tertiary sector. So or it is in the tertiary sector, the manufacturing, which is also in a secondary sector. Now we look at these activities, they show me what? They will show you the actual number and the percentage of people working. So you can get a percentage also having a number that an actual number of people there in a. So you must be able to work with